Hi, today let's focus our attention towards a new topic, chromosomal basis of sex determination. Chromosomal basis of sex determination. You know, there are two different sexes, male and female. In today's topic, we are going to focus our attention on what is the chromosomal basis of this sex determination or sex differentiation. So, regarding chromosome, the chromosomal theory of inheritance, all these, it forms the basis of this particular topic. That is chromosomal theory of inheritance and what chromosomes are, what is the relation between chromosomes and genes. All those are connected with today's topic, and all those topics were already covered in the previous videos. So if you want to have an insight and if you want to have a detail on those videos, it will be better that you subscribe the channel so that you get a better understanding of the topics and we can move forward smoothly. So coming to our topic today, chromosomal basis of sex determination. This sex determination is actually associated with a chromosome called as X-chromosome. Now, who found out that X-chromosome? It was actually found out by Henking in the year 1891. So, Henking in the year 1891 found out X-chromosome. But when he found out that X-chromosome, he didn't know that it was a chromosome. And what is the actual thing? See, let us focus our attention towards that. Henking's findings. Henking was observing on some cells and movement of something inside the cell. What was that something? It was actually the chromosomes. He found that a particular body, he called it as a body. He didn't know that was a chromosome, he called it as a body. There's a particular body inside the cell which was moving during spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis, what is that? Spermatogenesis. Genesis means birth. Birth of sperms. So, that is spermatogenesis means sperm formation. Formation of male gamete sperm. That is spermatogenesis. So, Henking, what he was doing? He was observing the movement of a certain body through a cell during spermatogenesis. Inside a cell during spermatogenesis. So what did he find? He found that there is a certain body is there which during spermatogenesis enters into some sperms and is not seen with some other kind of sperms. So there is one cell, that one cell is going to produce sperms, and when that one cell is producing the sperms, certain sperms, that is 50% of the sperms produced from that cell gets this X body. X body means the body which is moving that he was observing. He called it as X body. The rest 50% did not get that X body. And he was observing the spermatogenesis in case of insects. Sperm formation in insects. So, Henking, the year 1891, he observed that when insects are producing sperms, 50% of the sperms got this X body, rest 50% did not get that X body. So he called it as X body, and later this X body was found out to be a chromosome, so it was named as X chromosome. And this X chromosome is actually determining the sex of insects. So it was called as sex chromosome as well. Now how It is determining the sex of the insects. That forms the topic of today, chromosomal basis of sex determination. I hope we have come to the topic now. Let us move on. Before going to the insects, let me first tell you the mechanism of sex determination, that is chromosomal basis of sex determination in the case of human beings, because that will be more realistic. You will understand it better, and then we will relate it to insects and also to birds. So let us see chromosomal basis of sex determination in human beings first. Before going directly into the topic, you should know certain small aspects regarding chromosomes. Let us focus. See. Every human cell has 46 chromosomes inside it. Every cell in our body is having 46 chromosomes inside it. Now that 46 chromosomes, we can consider it to be 23 plus 23. What is that? 23 pairs. So instead of saying 46 chromosomes, I can say every cell is having 23 pairs of chromosomes. So I am using the word pairs. Pairs means same. They look alike, isn't it? You take a pair of shoes. You have a pair of shoes. Your sister or brother might have a pair of shoes. The pairs, they look same, but if you take different pairs, they look different. So if you take 46 chromosome, if you take one chromosome, you can find another chromosome which looks exactly like this first chromosome that you have taken. So that will form one pair. Now you take another chromosome, you can find a second chromosome which is exactly looking like this one. So that forms another pair. Likewise, you pick up each one, you will get 23 pairs of chromosomes. So that is our 46 chromosome. So instead of 46 chromosomes, I can say it more accurately, it has 23 pairs of chromosomes. That means if you have one chromosome, I am just roughly drawing it here like this, you will have another pair which is almost same. Again, this is another chromosome that I have drawn. See, its shapes are different. So this is another pair. This is one pair, this is second pair. Likewise, there are how many pairs? There are 23 pairs of chromosomes in a human cell. So out of that 23 chromosomes, 23 pairs of chromosomes, out of this 23 pairs, 22 pairs are exactly the same. If you take like this, first pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair, likewise, 22 pairs are same. You will get 22 exact pairs. 22 exact pairs you will get. But one pair will deviate. So 22 pairs plus I am writing it as one pair. So 46 chromosomes. Out of 46 chromosomes, I have written it as 23 pairs. Now 23 pairs, I am giving exact pairs. How many? 22. And there is one pair which is not exact. And that one pair determines the sex of human beings. So, whether it is male or female, every cell is having 46 chromosomes, and in both males and females, 22 pairs are exactly same, but what is different? One pair is different, and that one pair determines the sex of the individual. So that is chromosomal basis. Now let us focus our attention to that one pair. So this one pair of chromosome which is different, you call it as the sex chromosome. What is the name given to this 22 pairs? They are called as autosomes. So 46 chromosomes, I have divided them into 22 pairs of autosomes and one pair of sex chromosome. So every human cell is having like this 22 pairs of autosomes and one pair of sex chromosome. Now, what is that one pair of sex chromosome here? 22 pairs of autosomes, 22 pairs of autosomes plus one pair of sex chromosome. Okay, this one pair of sex chromosome, in the case of males, you have one X and another one Y. But in the case of females, both the chromosomes are X. What is that? See, I told you one pair forms the sex chromosome, isn't it? So that one pair is different, I told. It is different in whom actually? It is different in the case of males. Males, they are having one X chromosome. See, if I am writing like this is one X chromosome. Okay, X chromosome. And another chromosome is little bit smaller. So see, having the shape of Y, isn't it? So it is little bit smaller than the X chromosome. So males are having like that. That forms the last pair in the case of males. One X chromosome and another chromosome with the X, but it is slightly shorter than that X. So that we call it as Y chromosome. So males are having different chromosomes. They look not similar, they look a bit different. X and Y, they look different in sizes. But females are having both same. In them the last one pair of sex chromosome is exactly same like all the rest 22 pairs. So females, they have exact 23 pairs of chromosomes. But males, they have the last pair little bit different. I hope you got this. So if in an individual's body that last pair of sex chromosome is XY type, the individual is male. If it is XX type, the individual is female. Rest 22 pairs of autosomes are same in males and females. Got it? Now, let us see the gametes formed. I'm first taking the case of males. Males, they have 22 pairs of autosomes. I'm putting it as 22A. And they are having their 22 pairs, not 22, this 22 pairs. 22 pairs of autosomes plus one pair of sex chromosome. What is that one pair of sex chromosome? That one pair of sex chromosome is one X chromosome and another Y chromosome. So I am putting it as 22 pairs of autosomes plus XY. So this is the case of males. In the case of females, it is again 22 pairs of autosomes plus they are having 2 X chromosomes. Okay, so this is how 22 pairs XY in males, 22 pairs XX in females in the case of human beings. Now, when gametes are formed, during gamete formation, what happens? Gamete formation. I think you might have studied in class 11. Cell division is of two types, mitosis and meiosis. And meiosis is the type of cell division that occurs during gamete formation. So that is called as reduction division. The chromosome number gets reduced to half in meiosis. So during meiosis, that is during gamete formation, the pairs, they separate out into different cells. So gametes will not have that pairs. Instead, gametes will have the separated chromosomes. Okay. So separated chromosomes in gametes. So 22 pairs will separate into 22 and 22. This 22 pairs got separated, 22 and 22. What about X and Y? They will also get separated. X will go with one gamete, Y will go with another gamete. So these are the two gametes formed. This was our cell. This cell is destined to become a gamete. Its destiny is to become a gamete. If it is destined to become a gamete, what happens? The pairs will separate into different cells or to different gametes. So 22 pairs were there. Pairs got separated into 22. And then X and Y also got separated. X went with one gamete. Y went with another gamete. Now, you can say here, in females also what happens? 22 pair will get separated. X will go with one gamete, another X will go with another gamete, right? So here also two gametes are produced from this cell. Two gametes are produced. Now look at the gametes produced. Here both the gametes produced are same, 22X, 22X. So we say, in the case of human beings, females are homo. Homo means same. Same gametes, so we say homogametic, T-I-C. Homogametic in nature means females produce gametes and gametes are exactly the same in the case of chromosomes. But males, they produce gametes, one with 22X, another with 22Y. So this is different. So instead of homo, what will you use the word here? Hetero. So males will produce, they show heterogamety, or they are heterogametic. Here I have written heterogametic. So here also same word you can use. They are heterogametic. So human males are heterogametic. Human females are homogametic. And what is determining their sex? The presence or absence of the Y chromosome is determining their sex. So, the first possibility of sex determination is XY type of sex determination. In XY type of sex determination, it is the presence or absence of the Y chromosome which is determining the sex of the individual. And this type of sex determination is seen in human beings, which I had explained with here, and it is also seen in Drosophila. I hope those who had watched my previous videos, you will be very familiar with this Drosophila melanogaster fruit fly, which formed the basis for the formation of the chromosomal theory of inheritance put forward by T.H. Morgan and his colleagues. So if you haven't gone through those, you can subscribe the channel. It is put in series one after the other, so it will be easy for you to go through it and understand. And if you have any suggestions, doubts or anything, please feel free to comment so that we can improve together and we can go crystal clear. Things will be crystal clear for everyone. Okay, come back. So here first type is over. XY type of sex determination seen in human beings and Drosophila, I have explained this with in the case of human beings here. In Drosophila also it is the same. This XY is there, it is male. XX is there, it is female. This chromosome number is different. So that is chromosome number means autosome number will be different. Now let us move on to the next one. Large number of insects and grasshopper. The type of sex determination is XO type. So this is the type of sex, this is the thing that Henking has observed. He was observing on insects. He observed that 50% got that X body, whereas 50% of the sperms did not get the X body. This was his observation. So let us clarify that. Let us make it clear what that 50% and having X body, not having X body and all. Okay. So I hope this part is clear in the case of human beings. Let us move on to in the case of insects. In the case of insects, majority of insects and also in grasshoppers, XO type of sex determination is observed. What is that? See, if it is males, they produce gametes. They produce two types of gametes. One gamete will have autosome and X chromosome. A here is autosome. Another gamete will have autosome without any X chromosome. So without any zero. That is written as O, zero. So males are producing two types of gametes. One with X chromosome, another without that X chromosome. This is what Henking has observed. During spermatogenesis, some sperms, some gametes here. Males produce gametes. Male gametes are called as sperms. So some sperms have this X chromosome. Other sperms, they don't have the X chromosome. But in the case of females, they produce autosome, X chromosome. Again another one, autosome, X chromosome. So females are producing gametes. You call those gametes as egg cells or ovum. So ovum, both the ovum produced are same, but sperms are different. So here also we can say males are showing heterogamety, females are showing homogamety. So in this case, there is no Y chromosome. Then what is determining the sex? It is the X chromosome. Presence or absence of X chromosome is determining the sex. If X chromosome is present in both the gametes, it is female. If it is absent in a gamete, it is male. Cross and let us understand. So male insect, another female insect. Okay, this male insect is producing two gametes, autosome plus X in one gamete, autosome plus no X without that chromosome. Female is also producing gametes, autosome plus X, autosome plus X. So both of them have produced the gametes. Now, when the gametes fuse, the male gamete here is going to fuse with the female gamete here. What will you get? A pair of autosomes, X chromosome, X chromosome. So autosome got paired and two X chromosomes are here. If two X chromosomes are here, what is the individual going to be? The individual is going to be female. The insect is going to be female. Again, this gamete can fuse with the next female gamete here. So again you will get A that is a pair of autosome pair and XX. Both X will come here. So again this individual is also going to be female. Now take the third case here. Autosome, autosome pair you got. This is a pair, means I am mentioning here it as autosome pair. And one is without any chromosome, another is having X chromosome, XO type. So XO type, this is male. Again, if it is going to be fused with the next one, the same case you will get autosome pair, XO type. XO type means it is male. So here, there is one more observation that you can make. What is that one more observation? Here, in the case of females, you have a pair of autosomes and 2 X chromosomes. Here also, if males, a pair of autosomes are there, but only 1 X chromosome. Another chromosome is not there. So males are having 1 chromosome less than females. In total, when you take male insects, especially grasshopper and all, they will have 1 chromosome less. So like that way they are showing heterogamety. But in the case of XY sex determination, the total number of chromosomes will remain the same. Only thing is the presence or absence of Y chromosome is making the difference. In the case of males, there will be a Y chromosome. In the case of females, instead of Y, there will be another X. So the total chromosome number remains same in XY, but in XO, the chromosome number in males gets reduced to 1. So 1 chromosome will be missing, will be absent or less in the case of insects, grasshopper. But in both cases, what is shown? Male heterogamety is shown. Males are producing 2 different types of gametes. So heterogamety. Now the last thing that I have written here, ZW type seen in birds, there the thing is different. It is opposite. Males show homogamety. What about females? They show heterogamety. Males show homogamety and females show heterogamety. So let us focus our attention towards that. So now we are moving to mechanism of sex determination in the case of insects. In the case of birds. In the case of birds, what is the type of sex determination? ZW. I told you, there males, they show homogamety. Males show homogamety means males, they are showing autosome pair will be there. Autosome pair, whichever bird is there, accordingly the number of autosome differs. So autosome pair will be there, plus males, they are having both ZZ type. ZZ. Okay, ZZ, that is chromosomes are same. But females, they are having autosome pair and ZW type. Their chromosomes are different. So instead of XY, just another letter is taken, ZW. It is not like that chromosome looks like Z or chromosome has having the shape of W. Nothing like that. Instead of XY, since XY is taken here for showing male heterogamety, another letter is taken in the case of birds because it is showing male homogamety. That's all. So it is nothing like that. The chromosomes are looking like ZW, nothing like that. Okay, don't imagine such things here. Males have a pair of autosomes ZZ. Females have a pair of autosome plus ZW. So ZW. So presence or absence of W. This is what is determining the gamete in the sex in the case of birds, whether it is going to be male or female. So if it is male, what will it produce? Gamete will have autosome plus Z. Again, another gamete will also have autosome plus Z. So 2 gametes are produced. Here females, they will have autosome plus Z and again autosome plus W. So here females are producing the gametes which are different. So in the case of birds, females shows heterogamety and males, they show homogamety. I hope it is clear. So today we had completed chromosomal basis of sex determination, 3 types: XY type, XO type and ZW type. In XY type of sex determination and XO type of sex determination, males are showing heterogamety. In what way? In XY type, presence of Y chromosome makes it a male. Instead of Y, if it is another X, it becomes female. In XO type of sex determination, presence of X alone will make it a male. If 2 X chromosomes are present, it will be a female. So, both cases, males are heterogametic. Now, in the case of birds, where we use ZW type of sex determination, here females are heterogametic because females produce 2 different kinds of gametes, one having Z, another having W. So they are heterogametic, but males are homogametic because both ZZ chromosomes are same. So this is clear, I think. Now, one important thing to be dealt with in the case of human beings, and such kind of questions are often asked also. A question often asked for examinations, like in some places, they are cursed for giving birth to a female child. For maybe some social issues are there for giving birth to a female child, and mother is cursed for such things. But is there any scientific basis for that? Is mother anywhere responsible for giving birth to, or is mother anywhere responsible for determining the sex of a child? It's not at all. Because what is determining the sex in the case of human beings? It is the Y chromosome. And who is actually carrying the Y chromosome? It is the sperm, father. I hope you're getting it. Okay, so females or mother is in no way responsible for sex determination in the case of human beings, because sex determination in human beings is solely based on the presence or absence of Y chromosome, which is carried by the father, sperm. Let us make it more clear. See, in the case of males, human males, and I'm also writing human female. Human males and females, both of them are having 46 chromosomes in their cell. And if this cell is going to produce a gamete, this 46 chromosome, I am writing it as 23 pairs. Okay, 46 chromosome, I am writing it as 23 pairs. Out of this 23 pairs, we told 22 pairs are exactly same. 22 pairs are same. One pair is different, and that one pair in the case of male is XY. In the case of female, it is XX. Out of this 22 pairs plus this, if they are producing a gamete, during gamete formation, what happens? The pairs split out. Pairs, they split out, isn't it? So 22 pairs, they are splitting out 22, 22. They got split out. XY also. X will go with one gamete. Y will go with another gamete. So these are the 2 gametes produced. The gametes in the case of female, here also splitting of autosomes will take place. And one X with one gamete, another X with another gamete. Gametes are produced. Now comes the question. If this gamete, male gamete, is going to fuse with this female gamete, what will be the progeny? 22 here, 22 here. So again I am writing 22 pairs plus XX. So progeny is going to be female. Isn't it? 22 pair XX. 22 pair XX, that forms 23 pair, 46, that is female. If this is the gamete that is going to fuse, then 22, 22, so 22 pair. Of course, Y chromosome, X chromosome. So X chromosome is coming from any of the ovomes if it is fusing. If it is this one or this one, things will be same. X will be here. But if it is this one, it is going to be Y. So here the child will be male. Son here, daughter here. So which one is deciding actually? This particular gamete is deciding, or this particular gamete is deciding. If this gamete is going to fuse, child is male. If the other one is going to fuse, child is female. So here the mother is in no way biologically responsible for determining the sex of the individual. It is solely the male gamete or the sperm with which it fuses is actually responsible for determining the sex of the child. So when biologically speaking or scientifically speaking, even this way of the social issues are actually out of ignorance. And if such questions are asked for the examination, you can clearly quote this particular cross and write about homogamety, heterogamety in the case of human beings, XY type, and explain your answer in such a manner that you come to the conclusion. You can even show these crosses and come to the conclusion that it is not the female which is responsible for determining the sex of the child in the case of human beings. I hope chromosomal basis of sex determination is very, very clear to you. So here we end the main aspects of chromosomal theory and chromosomal basis of sex determination, genes and chromosomes and all. In the next video, we will be moving on towards a very relevant topic, that is chromosomal disorders. So till then, till we meet again, thank you for now.